this content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill
Wait
no
a
one.
second.
Oh, no.
We return to our planet. The High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings! You're watching SeptumSin vs. the World. I'm SeptumSin, and today we're going to be doing a pickup video. Because we're going to show you what I got.
Show me what you got. I want to see what you got. Oh boy.
It's been a while since I've used that. It's just kind of fun to bring it out of retirement. We're coming back, baby. Little bit at a time. This is more of those kind of hit you where we can videos while we're doing some big projects, working on Amityville webcam, working on our big tabletop horror project, which we just finished editing episode 3. But don't get too excited because there's like 44 episodes in that series. But I thought I've got a whole bunch of pickups and I would show them off. I'm not going to show video clips because I'm tired of fighting YouTube over this. So what I am going to do is something different. I'm going to show off a lot of this stuff. I'm going to try and talk a little while on certain ones and a lot on others because I have some B-roll footage to throw in to give you a closer look at the product so that you can get a better idea. 2 of these, which I put in the thumbnail, I'm going to start with. The first of these is Weird, which was a Roku original picture. Now this is a special edition from Roku, well not from Roku, from Umbrella Entertainment. I actually decided to give them a test out for these 2 particular movies because they're not available physically anywhere else that I can see. Though they say Region B on the back, they are actually all region, at least these 2 are. I haven't tested out the other ones I've gotten, but this one definitely, and the other one are just all region. It comes with a whole bunch of cool things like postcards, shirt, booklet, and on top of that, you get this actual Weird Al shirt with this one, so I think that's really cool. So this one has Daniel Radcliffe in it, and he plays Weird Al. I'm not sure it's the best fit part for him, but at the same time, I thought he did well enough in it, and considering the movie is kind of a documentary on Weird Al, it's fun. And it's very fun to watch. It's very entertaining. I love the guy who they got to play Dr. Demento. Looks exactly like him. They did a great job with that. Lots of fun cameos by people. Lots of cool stuff that you can get in on. I really enjoyed it. I just hated sitting through a commercial every 5 minutes thanks to Roku. And I felt like I was watching this on network TV. So this way I can watch it without going onto the network. I can actually just watch it in the privacy of my home and enjoy it. I am going to get back in to watch it again. I haven't watched this copy yet, just tested it. And I am looking forward to it because it'd be great to watch it without all the interruptions in between. Alright, so the next one. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. This is the second one I got from Umbrella, and I have to admit, I was not disappointed. A lot of people saw this, and they looked at this as soon as Winnie the Pooh became kind of public domain. Not the Disney version, but the original material and comics. And as soon as that happened, of course, they kept teasing this horror movie, Blood and Honey, and they did it. So with this, of course, you've got your booklet, you got your cards, you got a pretty cool poster, a lot of fun things there. And a lot of the cards are pretty fun too, because they depict those like hand-drawn scenes. Basically, they depict hand-drawn scenes of what happened in the movie in the style of the original comic art. So the plot of the movie is pretty simple. Christopher Robin, he discovers his friends in the hut in the 100-acre wood and played with them all day, but they became too passive and weren't able to feed themselves. So when Christopher Robin left and they were starving to death, they eventually went feral and vowed revenge. So when Christopher Robin returns later, and a bunch of, others return later, they're hunted down by these killers. Now, I know for some, they were very disappointed in this, and I don't understand why. Really and truly, yes, it is a bad film. No doubt. But were they expecting it to be a good film? Really? Who was out there going, this is going to be the cinematic masterpiece of our time? No, it's a Winnie the Pooh slasher film. And that's exactly what I got. I got a campy slasher film with lots of blood and gore, lots of fun. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Personally, I would watch it again and again. I think it's just a matter of your expectations. I really don't know where y'all's expectations were, but mine were exactly where this was. It landed exactly where I thought it would be, and I was great on it. I also managed to find out that some of the music was played on this honeycomb violin. That this guy took a violin, they put it in a beehive, and they let the bees basically build honeycomb all over and in the violin. And he's literally playing a violin that has some living bees still in it as it's going. It's a really cool behind-the-scenes featurette. There's some pretty cool stuff there. I really enjoyed this. It really was a fun movie. So from Kino, on a sale, I went ahead and I got this Missing in Action trilogy set. So I've actually got the first two films on a really cheap DVD set. But I really liked the first two films, and I did not have the third film, and this was $10 on the Kino sale. So I said, you know what? I should get this. Chuck Norris was pretty much doing his Rambo thing here. He was one of those martial artists. A lot of people were like, he was one of the big American martial arts masters. A lot of people know him for Texas Ranger, but he was doing lots of those action films, much like Stallone, much like Schwarzenegger, much like all these others. And Missing in Action was his Rambo trilogy. So I am glad to finally get the third one, which is Braddock, Missing in Action 3. Very Vietnam-oriented, very much a product of the times. I mean, Missing in Action was 1984, so many of the people who were Vietnam vets were in their late 20s and 30s at the time of this taking place, so very fresh in many of the minds. They were the ones they were selling this to. It really was a time. I will say the mid-80s, they were a great time for cinema. They weren't a great time for a lot of things, but I really did enjoy a lot of 80s cinema. And these campy things, I'm kind of glad. I still have the two copies because the other one has two other films that I don't have on it. And it's alright. You know, it just takes up one DVD space. And this is on my other shelf, so it's okay. I did enjoy it. Alrighty then. So let's move on to a Criterion one, shall we? The Testament of Dr. Mabuse. A film by Fritz Lang. I almost picked up the Fritz Lang collection, which is, by the way, on sale for, I think, $79 or $89 over on the Shout Factory sale, Hidden Gem sale. So if you want to get it, you should. Now, here it says, locked away in an asylum for a decade and teetering between life and death, the criminal mastermind, Dr. Mabuse, has scribbled his last will and testament, a manifesto establishing a future empire of crime. When the document's nefarious writings lead to terrifying parallels in reality, it's up to Berlin's star detective, Inspector Lohman, reprising his role from M, to connect the fragmented, maddening clues in a case unlike any other. So, I mean, this is a 1933 film. M was a spectacular film. It was. And this is worth getting on the Criterion. I got it relatively cheap. I think I got this for $10 on one of the sales. And I am happy with it. I've never seen it. I admit I haven't seen a lot of films. I need to see a lot of these films. And I will see a lot of these films. But I just haven't seen them yet. They will be watched. Oh yes. I did watch Blood and Honey though. I did watch that. I couldn't help it. I freaked my wife out with that one. I couldn't help but watch that. So this next one's an upgrade. So I've seen all these films, including the 2 versions of one of the films, and I just wanted to upgrade because I had them on DVD. I didn't have the one part, so I was kind of glad to get that. But I upgraded to the Superman collection that is now on 4K. I am glad to have upgraded. It comes with Superman the movie, Superman 2, and Superman 2 the Donner cut. And I think I only had one of those 2. I think I had the original theatrical cut. Then Superman 3 and 4. I really do feel like they missed an opportunity by not including Superman Returns in this item here. But it's kind of cool. It looks great. I wish I could have gotten the steelbooks, but they sold out by the time I actually did get to it. So, you know, that's too bad, but it is what it is. I really do enjoy these movies. I did want to upgrade. I wanted to upgrade to Blu-ray, but there really wasn't a great Blu-ray set out there. But this 4K set is beautiful. It's got some cool special features. It just looks good. I can't wait to dig into this again and just rewatch the series of Superman. Alright, so now let's dig into some video games. Got some special editions I want to unpack and show off for you. So the first is from Limited Run. And this is Oceanhorn 1 and 2. I wanted to show you how big this is in comparison to me. This is a Switch. I mean, you know how small a Switch game is. So that's how big the box is. Kind of flimsy box. Cheap work, Limited Run, but when the second game actually came out, they offered a chance to get the first game, which was out of print, supposedly. Out of print, not meaning really out of print by Limited Run standards, but it was the best way to get the first game on physical. The first game is a 3D Zelda-like experience. I feel like it did a really good job of mimicking the old school Zelda games in a different way. I was very much happy with what I got. I really enjoyed what I got, and I'm glad to get the second game. I didn't even know they had a second game. And then when I saw it on Limited Run, I check it every week. I'm not one of these people who has to have all of them. I'm not one of these people who has to have every special edition. And these are not special editions. I am not here to sell them. I'm here because, this is a game I need on physical, because it was a really good game, or it looks like a really fun game, and I want to just have a physical copy. That's why I usually get Limited Run. And Oceanhorn was one I felt like needed a good physical copy. Now, this is one that I'm going to have to elaborate a lot on, because it took a lot of film. And that is Dead Island 2, the PS5 version. So, funny story. My mother had accumulated a lot of points on her credit card, but there was a Sony credit card, and really and truly most of the technology on there she didn't want. So she said, okay, your birthday's coming up, and it is. And she said, I'll tell you what, as an early birthday gift, you can cash in the points for yourself. So I cashed in about halvesies for my wife. And then I took the others and I got a couple of games, and one of them was Dead Island 2. And they didn't have the regular edition, so I ended up springing for the special edition. They said, oh, well, you can't get it. So I ended up getting a regular copy of Dead Island 2. And then it came in the mail a couple days later. I'm debating on what to do with that copy. And this is kind of a cool thing. I have never actually beaten the first Dead Island, and I plan to go back to that one and beat that in Riptide before I do this. You get the tarot cards, which I've shown, and then the badges and the pins. You get a golden weapons pack, and character pack 1 and 2, and you also get the expansion pass. So when they do DLC from this, it's going to be something included. So I'll be able to actually access the DLC, which is what I want. Because really and truly, they always make games incomplete these days. Even games that are complete are not complete until they release the DLC. Now this Dead Island takes place around Venice Beach, in that area in California, which is kind of cool. I've actually been to Venice Beach. I've walked from Venice Beach to Santa Monica Pier before. I've seen a lot of the sights there. It's really cool, so I do look forward to stomping around, slashing zombies, helping survivors, do all the fun stuff in this game. It's just going to be fun, first-person zombie bastion action. Gang, gang, gang. One more to go. Now this one is one I didn't necessarily intend to get like it was, but the price was right, and that was Trinity Trigger. Now this is one that I was curious about for a while. It's got a lot of Secret of Mana vibes. I usually wait until I hear from what other people are thinking about it when I see this, and everybody that I trust to listen to. Everybody, I think, really and truly, if you are a review person, you need to listen to that person's reviews, because you'll get the gist of what they like and what they dislike, because their personality comes out in the reviews. And you'll be able to eventually tell, is this person along the same lines as me? Do they seem to like the kind of stuff I like? Do they kind of dislike the stuff I dislike? And if they get close enough, then usually if they really like something, you'll like something. And I got a few people like that, that really praise this game as a Secret of Mana successor, something that the old school games come to, and it's really beautiful. I mean, I got the Day 1 edition. I just wanted to have it on physical. It comes with a lot of cool stuff, a nice art book, and a soundtrack. Don't know what I'm going to do with the 2-disc soundtrack. Maybe I'll listen to it one of these days. But the artwork is just incredible. I just loved flipping through and looking at the artwork. It is amazing stuff. I really liked going through this, going back to the world again, and just, in general, enjoying myself. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video, because this is SeptumSin, and we don't usually do these videos that often anymore. But for this, we did. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and share. And we'll see you on the next one. Let me know if there's anything that you've picked up that's really fun. What are your thoughts on these? Did you like Blood and Honey? Would you like to watch Weird without the commercials? What are your thoughts on that? Let me know in the comments below. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Click that like button, and don't forget to share. And don't forget to subscribe, you filthy animal.